Oh, I'm live. Hi, everybody. I'm feeling much better, so I thought I owed it to myself and to you who watched the video I just made to do a follow up. So it's about midnight and I'm about to go to bed. So this is the last thing that I'd like to do for today. So what I like to do, I like to break down concepts that cause fear that keep us from acting in our lives, such as rejection. So when I thought about it, meditated on it, journaled about it, and broke it down, I realized that rejection is not really a thing. It's in a sense an illusion. Just like if you ever heard that failure is not really a thing, it's an illusion. Because if you fail at something, nothing really happens. You just learn from it. You keep going. So like failure, rejection also is not a thing. And what it actually is, whether you're doing it or someone else is doing it, it's a resistance to what is. So, and when I thought about that, rejection is just a resistance to what is, and what is, and what actually is there in our lives is there for our benefit if we choose to use it that way. And that made me feel a lot better about it, this perspective. And then I thought about what would it be like if there was no if there was no if we lived in a world without rejection, or at least this concept in our mind, what would it look like? And I had something appear in my mind that I drew, and let me see if you can see this. And I have some notes here, but it's these circles. And basically, let's say I'm the dot in the center, and maybe you're one of these dots. And so, at least how I see the future, since I believe the world is becoming more tolerant of the different kinds of people and expressions. Let's say we're these dots, and the purple small dots are our followers. So if we just be ourselves, express ourselves, then we'll naturally attract those other people who are interested. And it can be done peacefully, because the only reason that someone would reject, someone expressing themselves here is if they feel that they're forced to. And really, it's not rejecting, it's just resisting what is, because they may have a fear about themselves expressing themselves, or feel trapped in a sense. And since when we reject ourselves, we get this reflection of that rejection, I thought, what would it look like if we didn't reject ourselves? And then I thought of celebrities like the Beatles, how everyone was chasing after them in those old videos you see. Or one of my idols is Tom DeLonge from Blink and Angels and Airwaves. And I think if I ever saw him, I'd want to wave at him or meet him, get his autograph. And I love who he is and what he does, because he expresses himself in many different ways, and I admire that, and that's what I like about him. And I think that would mean that I'm a reflection for him of that self-love that he practices, that he puts into action. And yeah, so I thought, well, maybe that's how it might be for me. And in a sense, could be. Not sure to that level, but the more we express ourselves, the more we put ourselves out there, the more those reflections we'll get back. I think, let me see if I had a final note. So rejection is resistance to what is, and it might go into another topic, but what is something that we actually need. And when we reject ourselves, first by not expressing, or we're not expressing ourselves to the fullest extent we can, and then we get those reflections, something that also came to my mind was, it's not just rejecting ourselves through those actions, but in what ways am I rejecting the moment? In what ways am I resisting the moment, so to say? Because when I say resisting the moment, which actually is the rejection, it builds easier in my mind. So why am I resisting what is? How am I resisting the moment? Am I not present in my relationships? Am I not present for what is? Am I invalidating it? So what I've learned is whatever's in front of us, it wouldn't be there if it wasn't there for us to grow, if it wasn't there for us to use it up. And wow, I wasn't looking at these comments, but thank you for everyone who commented. I'll go through them later, but um, this is, yeah, it's been 5 minutes, so I think that's short and sweet. So I want to say thank you for everyone who's watching live. Hello from Munich, Germany. And yeah, thanks for listening. I'm feeling much better. And yeah, let's continue. Good night. Oh, need to hit this other button.